To ask you how you prepare for this movie role. Like,
in the
walk me
script, the
through whole
script is a
process.
preparation for me. It's like first of all finding the important material in the script, and then having conversations with this guy, and then, you know, more than ever before, I you know, rely on the department heads of costume and makeup, because there's such a kind of extreme makeover for me in this movie that without that it would have felt very strange. And then beyond that, I do my own little kind of investigations about the world and about the material.
Why should they go and spend $25 and watch this movie?
He's a great iconographic character in the most shallow sense of the word. If you're selling an epic and an epic adventure, an epic experience, then there's plenty of epic experiences with absolutely no story whatsoever underneath it. So I think this is a film. I don't even dare to use the word. You may come out of here advised and a little bit more enlightened. But I like to think that films that you do enlighten a little bit. That's a positive, that's a plus. But on any other level, it's just a giant action, kick-ass movie with, I think, some of the best effects I've ever done. They've got to be right up there on anything I've ever seen, actually.
To some people, this character is seen as kind of like a hero and as a freedom fighter. And to some other people, this character is like a villain, sort of like a terrorist, per se. So what's your take on this character?
No,
like,
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily true. It would only be that any freedom fighter, you know, whatever establishment they're fighting against, is inevitably not going to want to talk very fondly of them, you know, at all. No, I mean, to me, there's so many adjectives to describe Moses: a liberator, you know, a leader. He's strong, he's heroic, he's very sure and certain, and then he's also, if you read the Bible, what's so fascinating is he's incredibly human. He kind of encompasses almost every human emotion that you could possibly imagine. He has enormous self-doubt as well, and we wanted to portray him as somebody who did not know that he would become the prophet that we know him to be nowadays, that he didn't know that he would be able to be a successful liberator, and that made him all the more interesting and relatable. And the thing in reading the whole of the Torah is you realize just how incredibly fascinating Moses is as a figure, and no wonder he's such an influential figure upon mankind.
What do you want people to get from this movie?
I think, I mean, for me, like, I always, the only thing I can ever go for is the actual process of making the film, right? That's the only thing that I'm absolutely I'm not in charge of that even. But as much as you can be, you want to get satisfaction actually out of the making of it. And then it's gravy when you see that the film actually comes together and it really works. Because as an actor, that's out of your hands at that point. And so it's absolutely wonderful when you can see a film like this, and I know what's going to happen, and regardless, it's giving me goosebumps. And I'm absolutely sitting forward on the front of my seat, on the edge of my seat, you know, engaged and fascinated by it. That's as good as it gets.
It's not really a genre film. I don't really love that word genre, but people like to use it a lot. It's not a genre film. It's kind of unique. It's different, and it's got everything in that you'd ever want to see, apart from a wonderful character, a great story, that you may come away at the end of it a little bit enlightened.